Welcome everyone to another episode of Keeping It Real with Rob and Ning. Ning, this episode is a highlights, right? And the topic of these highlights are some millennials that we've helped in the past, right?
That's correct, yeah.
Now, I know you think you're in the millennial class, but really they're,
I'm not?
Well,
brother, come on.
Anyway, the millennials are a special sort of group in, certain ages that are very mobile nowadays, right? And we have three really good examples of millennials from California because they can work wherever, moving out to different states.
Right. One time I remember na pinag-usapan natin dati na, there was a year, and that was, I think, during the pandemic, na most of the home buyers are millennials. All of a sudden, parang ang mga millennials nagkaroon ng interest sa real estate. And why is that? Kasi yung tinatawag po nila na new norm, na, they can work from home. And so instead of, because the 3 episodes na ipapalabas natin is they all came from California. And so ito pong mga professionals na ito, kumbaga, they're renting in California in a very tiny space. Pero because of the pandemic, they had the opportunity na work from home. Kaya they are so wise and very smart kids na they realize na, okay, since I can work from home, then I guess I can go to a place na very affordable yung kanilang housing.
Yeah, now some of the characteristics of millennials, obviously, is that they're tied to their phone, right?
Yeah.
Everything comes through their phone, right? But in these 3 examples, they learned that sometimes you don't want to get your loan through through your phone. There's reasons for that, right?
Yes.
Because your credit gets pulled multiple times.
Right.
You don't know who you're talking to, right? So these are millennials that learned how to do the real estate the right way. And that was, sometimes it's better to be face-to-face and to work with people that you trust.
That is correct. So, ang una po nating ipi-feature ay ibabalik po namin sila sa inyo, si Ryan and Adrian, who bought a house. They are from California, who bought a house in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
So, let me say this, Rob. Usually, when you are looking for a house, so sabi natin, it's important na magpa-pre-qualify muna tayo before you look para alam natin kung magkakanong property pwede nating mabili. Sa case nila, si Ryan is a software engineer.
Right.
And si Adrian, on the other hand, property management position dito po sa California. And so, we put some strategy sa kanilang pre-qualification. Kasi, we thought na they can buy a house, obviously, but they don't need to be both on the loan. Dahil kasi, gusto nating i-preserve yung credit nung isa for future use. And that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, they bought a second home for Adrian's mom.
Yeah. And so ngayon, naka-accumulate na sila ng equity, and so they are very well, kumbaga, meron silang confidence sa kanilang finances, and they have a kid too, si Felix is so cute.
Yeah, let's watch their story.
Let's do it.
Mga bata at bagong homeowners ang mag-asawang Adrian at Ryan sa Las Vegas, Nevada.
Our life was pretty simple back in the Bay Area, just working 40 hours a week. I was a assistant property manager at an apartment complex in Walnut Creek, and Ryan is a software engineer for Workday in Pleasanton.
High school pa lang, magkasintahan na ang dalawa. At ngayon, handa na nilang dalhin ang relasyon sa next level.
We wanted to get married and we wanted to start a family, so we were thinking about ways to do that. And one of the ways, you have to have money to do that kind of thing. So, and with prices out there in the Bay, it's difficult. I know some people who bought houses, coworkers and things of that nature, and most of their paycheck goes towards the house. So, if you want to have kids, you have to have money to do so. So we had to try to figure out a way that we could have money and get the other things you need to have a family, such as a house.
Medyo nauubusan na rin sila ng pasensya sa buhay Bay Area.
So in the Bay Area, it was just a little too busy and too traffic and just overly congested. It would take 45 minutes to go 5 miles to my sister's house. And we were just so tired of it.
Pinag-iisipan ng dalawa na lumipat sa Las Vegas.
We were always visiting Las Vegas and we just fell in love with it. He actually had never been to Las Vegas until I brought him with me. And he actually fell in love with it too.
Vegas is a little bit more like a big suburb, so it's a little bit more slow-paced and people are more friendly. They say hi to you in the street, things of that nature.
My family's here. My dad's sisters live here. The cost of living is just so much cheaper. There's no state income tax,
Yeah, that's nice.
which is really nice.
And back then, we liked to party a little bit. So there was going to the strip a lot, going to bars, going to restaurants down there, and enjoying the nightlife and all the different shows and things like that.
Ngunit marami pang mga tanong ang dalawa pagdating sa pagbili ng bahay. At isang araw, nagtagpo ang landas ni Adrian at Ning.
So I actually met Ning in Walnut Creek, and we started chit-chatting, and she told me she works for a mortgage company, and we had a lot of questions. So we reached out to Ning, and she helped us.
Yeah, we didn't really know anything about buying houses or anything like that. Like, I was completely lost.
So we really started talking about it in 2020 during COVID. We were kind of stuck at home and really had to think about, like, okay, should we just buy a house now that the market is low? So we actually talked about it and we decided that's the right time to buy. So after Ning helped us get our loan in 2020, we actually bought our house in July 2020, got married in October, moved here also in October. Then we were able to buy another property in June of 2021. And then we had Felix in May 2022. We love it so much more here now that we are in Las Vegas. Just a slower pace of living. You don't have to sit in traffic all day to go to the store.
And there's a lot of nature things to do if you're into that. There's a lot of hiking. Mount Charleston's very close, maybe like a 45-minute drive. And then you have like the Red Rocks, which is beautiful. There was a lot of people saying, maybe you shouldn't buy right now. It was the middle of the pandemic, so nobody really knew what was going to happen. And it was a bit of a gamble, but we ended up doing it, and I'm really happy we did because it really transformed our life. Life out here has been amazing for us. It's worked out really well.
The more you learn about real estate, and if you want to go into it, you should definitely go into it, and it could transform your life, like what it actually is doing for us now. I didn't think I was going to go into real estate.
It's not as scary as you think it'd be at first, especially once you get a little bit of knowledge in it. At first it is, but once you learn a little bit, the anxiety drops a little bit and you get more comfortable. And the way I think about it is it's an investment, right? Like when you're paying rent, you're just paying somebody else's mortgage, really. But when you're paying your mortgage, you're investing in your future. And for us, it allowed us to get married, to have a kid. So, and to even invest more to buy another house and have her mom move out here so she could help with Felix. So that's been great, yeah.
It's just one of those things where as you get older, you want to make money with money, right? Or make more money with money. And so I think real estate was one of those things where it's very safe for you to invest in. I just thought that real estate in general would be just a good idea to just get it going, especially at a young age.
Use the QR code on your screen to ask about no upfront cost solar. Or text the keyword Robin Ning to 888-807-1119.
Welcome back. Ning, this next story about a millennial, I don't think you know this person.
Okay.
You do. He's your son. He moved from California to Texas. He had a terrific job in LA and they allowed him to move anywhere. And he took advantage of lower prices, Also, no income tax, state income tax for Texas, right? And, you know, just that whole thing about moving to Austin, Texas from LA, right, really worked out well for Carlos.
Yeah. So, panoorin po natin ang kwento ng aking anak na si Carlos.
Hi, my name is Carlos and I'm a graphic designer.
As a young man, Carlos never liked the idea of credit or having debt.
I just don't like the idea of owing people money or just anyone money in general. And so I remember my mom would always tell me, you should build up your credit, you should build up your credit. Eventually, I realized like in order for you to like gain benefits in the outside world, whether it's like through real estate or just in credit in general, like you can really take advantage of it through it. You need to show like a credit history, right, when you like start renting. And so I didn't have that, and so I had asked my parents like, hey, can you co-sign or something? And that was just like, I have to rely on them too much.
Sa kalaunan, nagkaroon ng interes si Carlos sa real estate. Like mother, like son.
It's just one of those things where as you get older, you want to make money with money, right? And so I think real estate was one of those things where it's like very safe for you to invest in. I just thought that real estate in general would be just a good idea to just get it going, especially at a young age.
Nang nangyari ang pandemic, tumigil ang buong mundo. Pero umabante si Carlos sa kanyang mga plano.
Basically, our work started doing work from home stuff. And so that allowed me to like live anywhere I want to be. And so I was kind of by myself in LA at the time, and I just kind of wanted a change of scenery. Suddenly, that my cousin lived in Austin. So I actually lived with my cousin in Austin for a month just to feel out the city. And I really enjoyed it, I really liked it. Where like the economy is really booming here, housing is like going up. And so like I just thought of it as a good way for me to just start my investment journey by buying a place here in Austin. The home that I got was a 2-bedroom, 2-bath condo out in downtown Austin. You can actually see like the Capitol right there, which is pretty awesome. And it's close to a bunch of different places like food, nightlife, everything.
Ngayong isa ng homeowner si Carlos, nagbago na ang pananaw nito sa credit.
Starting from a place where I didn't really believe in like credit, where I had to pay everything cash. Now like I use my credit card as much as I can, still respecting the 30% rule. I tell all my friends this too, is like you need to build credit as soon as you can so you can take advantage of what life has to give you.
Si Carlos po ay ang aking bunsong anak. Siya po ay nagtatrabaho sa LA and nagre-rent siya doon. And then, during the pandemic, parang sabi niya nga, well, mom has kept telling me to invest on real estate, so why not? Because during that time, ang Austin market is booming, right? And so nagkaroon siya ng interest to do that. Si Carlos, mind you, from wala siyang score from the beginning, when he was in college, hindi siya naniniwala sa debt. I try to explain to him the importance of having a, debt, just basta pay off lang ng pay off hanggang sa na-build yung credit niya. Kaya I am so proud na noong time na he's ready to buy a property, wala pa rin siyang debt, and he was able to go buy somewhere in downtown Austin.
Yeah, and I really love his condo there, right? It's right downtown Austin, right near the university, right, near nightlife. And he really did a good job locating a great place, getting pre-qualified with you, right? And then just transacting and picking up a nice property that has truly gone up in value.
Right. Carlos is a very independent person. Very responsible na tao, and, he loves Austin because my family is there. Pero tinake advantage niya nakita niya yung opportunity ng market sa Austin. Actually, I think that drives him na, okay, I think I'm ready. And I was really surprised, Rob, na, oh my gosh, he's truly serious about what he's saying. And he just did it and like, let's go.
Yeah, what I like about Carlos, a lot of people, they just talk, I want to do this, I want to do that, and then the next thing you know, they're on TikTok on their phone and everything's forgotten, right? Carlos put together a plan, right? You helped him, right? And he followed the steps, right? And ended up with, like you said, I mean, in Austin on his own in a nice condo downtown.
Yeah. And Robert, actually, tinignan ko kung ano na yung value ng kanyang condo, and in 2 years, he will be there for almost 2 years. He already gained equity. So I'm really proud of my baby.
Yeah, and what's good about that, the 2 year is the sort of the time frame to get tax-free money on your gain, right? Because it's his personal residence.
And he's excited about that.
Yeah, I'm sure he is. Yeah.
So I noticed a lot of issues as a first-time home buyer. There was a lot of things that were uncertain, especially for someone my age. So whether or not you needed to be pre-qualified or not to buy a house, that was a very confusing process.
Save up to 50% on your electric bill with Sunrun. Use the QR code on your screen to ask about no upfront cost solar. Or text the keyword Rob and Ning to 888-807-1119.
Hey Rob, itong ating third millennial is a family friend of yours.
Yeah, his name is Kyle Hunter. He's a good friend of my son Will, and they've known each other since they were this big.
Yeah.
Kyle's always been entrepreneurial, and he has developed a home business, which a lot of millennials do, by the way. There's a lot of people making a lot of money right out of their garage, right? Kyle's an example of that, and he sells crystals and jewelry, and he goes around the world, and he goes to mines. He's done mining, right? And he picks up these beautiful crystals from diamonds and tourmaline and stuff, and has developed a really good business.
Yeah, actually we saw all of those sample stones, right?
Yeah. He decided to leave California, right, and move to Arizona. And there's a lot of benefits for doing that. Prices are lower, right? To match the house that we ended up getting him in California would be about 2.5 times more than what he paid in Arizona. So he's very happy. He's a single millennial making good money in his home business and kind of taking charge of his life.
He already pre-qualified, right? Nagpa-pre-qualify na siya, so alam niya kung exactly how much he will buy at kung ano ang kanyang criteria to look for a home.
He says, Rob, I want to be in contract in 3 days. He's going to look for property for 3 days, right?
Yeah.
And wanted to be in contract. And I'm thinking, okay, I didn't think it was really a reality because buying was so difficult, multiple offers, but we were able to do it. And we've bought a house that just truly matches everything he wants.
Let's go watch ang kwento ni Kyle.
Arizona was a good opportunity for me because there was a lot of opportunity in the gem business in Tucson, Arizona, as the Tucson Gem Show is one of the largest shows in the United States for gems and minerals, and that is what I do for a living.
Kyle is a successful 26-year-old businessman dealing with gems and minerals. He wanted to buy a house and move from California to Arizona to further develop his business.
Getting into the process, I absolutely knew nothing about buying a house. So I noticed a lot of issues as a first-time home buyer. There was a lot of things that were uncertain, especially for someone my age.
Kyle knew exactly what he wanted in a house.
So the things that I was looking for was a nice 3 to 4 bedroom house. I was really particular on the floor plan that I really wanted on the particular house. I wanted the guest bedrooms to be a little away from the main bedroom, the master, and to have a pool That was also very important, and also a nice little courtyard was very ideal, which would make a nice space for doing business.
Kyle contacted Rob for help in finding the perfect home, but there was one very specific demand. He wanted that house in contract within 3 days.
I texted Rob because I wanted to get into contract within 72 hours, and one reason for that was that there was a large demand in houses, and so I saw a very small supply, and also the interest rate was going up at a very fast rate.
Rob and Kyle scoured an area in Peoria for available homes, but nothing came close to satisfying Kyle's criteria.
Going into the process, I had no idea how difficult it was going to be to get into contract within 72 hours. I was getting nervous as it was already 2 days into the process, and I had given myself 3 days to get into contract. So I was getting really worried that we were not going to be able to find the right house for me.
2 days, 2 strikes. Isang araw na lang at uuwing luhaan si Kyle. Pero nagpursige pa rin sila ni Rob sa paghahanap. At sinwerte naman sila nang sa pinakahuling oras na lang ay nahanap bigla ang dream home ni Kyle.
I'm so happy dito sa tatlo nating tinalakay ng mga millennials because different stories pero talagang kapupulutan po natin ng aral. Before the pandemic, Rob, I fully remember maraming mga millennials na staying away from purchasing a property. Ang hindi po nila nare-realize is yung pag tayo ay meron sarili nating property, yung any tax payment and any interest payment na binabayad natin dun sa ating property is tax deductible. Mm-hmm. That is the best write-off that we can do sa ating income. And therefore, parang, you earn more money that way instead of you just rent. Kasi yung rent,
mm-hmm.
You just pay rent and you can't deduct that unless na it is work-related.
All that being said, there's also some things like special loans that we have, mm-hmm. right? They're called community-based loans. Like, for example, Kyle Hunter, we just showed. He's a self-employed business person. Sometimes you can't document your income, right? So we have loans where you don't have to document your income. You can use your bank statements, right? The documentation for these loans is different, right?
Minimal.
And also millennials, sometimes they only have a year's worth of work history, right? Not 2 years or multiple years. And so you can document their income that way with these special loans that don't require the same documentation for your income. And along with that, we have first-time home buyers.
That's right.
Yeah,
like a down payment assistance. Meron din po yan. Sa California, there is. Sa Nevada, meron din po yan. So, ang down payment assistance, they will give you a loan for the down payment that you don't need to pay every month. Pero, pagka ni-refinance yung property or you sell, that's when it's due. Mm-hmm. Pero at least it will not be a part of your monthly payment. Meron pong opportunity in today's market.
Yeah.
Kung tayo po ay we are first-time home buyers or we wanted to buy a property kahit hindi first-time home buyers, ito pong market na to is really favorable sa mga buyers. Kasi when the market is going down, then obviously that's the time to buy. Whether it's a primary residence or investment property. Mahalaga po na you consult people that knows other different types of loans out there para po ma-structure kayo ng tama even before you look for a property.
Absolutely. And those are the lessons for millennials, right?
Yeah.
We've helped a lot of them, right? We want to help more millennials, and I'm sure there's some out there that would like to just kind of see what the possibilities are in this marketplace. And so what we want them to do is give us a call at 888-860-9530, or they can visit us online.
Or go to our website po and schedule yourself for a free consultation with either Robert or Ning, or visit our Facebook page, Keeping It Real with Rob and Ning.
Yeah, and also we got some Facebook Live things coming, right?
Yes, live experience. So, kung ipa-follow niyo po ang aming Facebook, you will know when the live experience will happen. So, me and Robert po will be talking with you live via Facebook. If you will follow us, you will know every details. Kasi Rob, we think now with everything that's happening around us, it's important that we are updated and maybe learn from each other on what we can do, on how we can protect our assets, ang ating pamilya.
That's right. And so also, just one more thing, we've been doing it every week and we're talking about Sunrun.
Yes.
Especially in California.
Yeah.
Right? What is the deal?
Okay. So, kung ite-text niyo po yung pangalang Rob and Ning, the one word, doon sa number na makikita ninyo sa Sunrun commercial, you are qualified po for a up to $500 cash to you. Kapag ka po qualified yung inyong property, then you can get $200, and if you will do the Sunrun, you will get $300. And I am a testimony po na talagang yung Sunrun helped me cut my utility bills, my electric bill by 50%. So I want you to take advantage of that too.
Yeah, you're very happy.
Yeah, pero ito pong promotion na to is only through April 13, just because of the new policy sa California, state of California.
And also, you don't want to forget to join us again next week with another Keeping It Real with Rob and Ning. Until then, bye.
Use the QR code on your screen to ask about no upfront cost solar. Or text the keyword Rob and Ning to 888-807-1119.
Are you a licensed loan officer or real estate agent? We need you.
That's right. We need licensed real estate agents and licensed loan officers in the California, Las Vegas area. Right now, we're opening a brand new office in Las Vegas, and we need people now. Help us help other people.
Rob and I have been in the business of helping people for more than a decade.
That's right. And if you want an opportunity where you have W-2 income and benefits, give us a call at 888-860-9530, or you can visit us online.
Our web address is keepingitreal.pro.
And we're keeping it real in California and Las Vegas.
Join our team now.
For over 15 years now, Rob and Ning have been helping people across the USA with their home, money, and retirement problems. The results can be life-changing. It's all about setting a goal, strategizing a plan, and doing it right. They're ready, they're reliable, they're real, and they can help in all 50 states. Call 888-860-9530 or visit their website.